I had to explain to my 23-year-old sister how a mortgage works, and then it occurred to me that unless you've bought a house, you also probably don't know how a mortgage works, because you don't learn this shit in school. So I'm going to explain to you how a mortgage works and all the money that's involved in buying a home. Basically, two routes that you can take if you're going to buy a home. You can pay all cash, or you can get a loan. Most people, obviously, get a loan. Sometimes it's most advantageous to get a loan on it because it's a really good use of leveraging your cash. So let's say I do have $500,000 cash. Well, I can either use that $500,000 to buy one property in all cash, or I can use that cash to put multiple down payments on multiple properties and therefore add more real estate to my portfolio. So when you go to buy your house, you're gonna have your down payment, which is the cash portion of the purchase price that's due at closing. A lot of people put 20% down, but in this day and age, you don't have to put 20% down. A lot of people put 3 to 10% down. And then the rest of the purchase price is going to be your loan. But you end up paying more money than the actual loan amount to whatever bank or lender or whoever is servicing your loan because of interest, because your mortgage payment, which is your monthly payment, is comprised of 4 things. It is made of an acronym called PITI, which stands for Principal, Interest, Taxes, and Insurance. Some states allow you to escrow your property taxes and your insurance in your monthly payment. Take a 30-year loan, for example. Now, your monthly payment is going to stay the same every single month, but the amount that you pay towards your principal and interest is going to vary as the months go by because something called amortization is going to take place. So when you go to close on your home, your lender is going to provide you an amortization schedule, which is going to show you exactly what is being paid towards principal and interest every single month over the course of your entire loan. Property taxes are paid retroactively, meaning that, for example, in next year, in 2024, all my monthly payments, when I include my property taxes in there, that property tax component is actually going to be reflected in my 2023, what I owe for property taxes. Because obviously we can't predict what we're gonna owe in the coming year. If you live in a title theory state like I do here in Texas, technically the person who has the title to the home, aka ownership of the home, is the bank and not me. But for all intents and purposes, I do have ownership of the home and I have possession of the home. Eventually one day, if I do pay off the entire loan, the title then transfers to me as a homeowner. When you go to buy a house, you might think that, okay, say you close on a house and you get the keys to your new home in December, you may think that the very first monthly payment is due in January. Well, that's not really the case. There has to be a full calendar month that elapses between your closing and your first monthly payment. Taking our example, if you close on a home in December, meaning you pay the down payment, you pay the closing costs, you get possession, you get the keys, it's yours. That means that you close in December, January has to elapse, which means your first monthly payment is due in February. It's always really helpful information to know because a lot of people do rent and you don't necessarily want to pay double rent and double mortgage on the same month. Closing costs are a whole other thing when it comes to buying a house. Closing costs are things that are due from you, the borrower/buyer, at closing, but this is not going towards your purchase price. There are additional services that the lender is charging for, like the appraisal fee or title insurance or a title search. And